Okay, guys. So after we've scheduled our interview, the next thing we're going to do is actually write a business plan proposal email. And when we're writing an email, we have some very, very critical parts that we have to include in order for it to reach the standard of professionalism that we're going to find in the working world. It's very, very important that we include certain parts and certain facets of a formality, so to speak. And so, one of the things I want you to do first, guys, is to read this article. And this article is really going to give you the gist, or it's going to tell you exactly what you need. And guys, there's a checklist here. The first thing is you always want to have a greeting, okay? And really, this comes after the first thing you really want to have is a subject that is relevant. So, think to yourself right now, what might you title the subject of this business proposal? It might be the name of your business plus business proposal. Um, it might be simply business proposal, but you want it to be specific. You want it to be relevant. It needs to be informative. If you're not doing that, you're making somebody work harder, and nobody wants to have to do that. Now, once you've got a good subject line, you're going to start with the catch or the greeting. The greeting, guys, you could do a very simple one, hello, and then insert the person's name. I like to usually say good morning, comma, their name, or good afternoon, their name. It's totally kind of up to you. You could also use dear Mr. Lewis, dear Coach Lewis, dear sir or madam, to whom it may concern. In this case, you know who you're writing. So you're writing me, so you want to address me with a greeting. That's very, very important. Then I would like you to start next with a positive note. Hope you've been well. Hope you're doing great. Hope you and your family are safe and sound. It's so nice to be able to have this opportunity, so on and so forth. But you want to start with that positivity, that impression upon somebody that you're considerate, that you're caring, that you're empathetic. So it's very, very critical, guys, that you're utilizing this positive note. So we have our subject, the greeting, the positive note, the purpose. Why are you writing this? And in this case, guys, for this email, you're wanting to do a couple things from your purpose. Having a brief introduction of yourself, the business name and type of business, the reasons you believe the business will be successful. Those are all part of the purpose of what you're going to do. You're also going to need to request for a meeting in the future. So it's very, very important that you include those aspects when you're writing this email. So you got your purpose, and the wrap up for us. That's kind of the request for our next meeting. So in this sense, you might say, I look very forward to meeting you in the future. Excited to meet with you in the future. Something that references that I will be reaching out soon to meet with you. All very, very important. Finally, you got the sign off, the closing, the goodbye, and that's going to be various things you could say. You could say best regards. You could say my sincerest thanks. Simply thank you. But you want to end it that way. And then the most important thing as you go through all of those elements is proofreading, making sure that you're capitalizing, that your punctuation is good. Why does it matter? We're not texting our best friend. We're texting, number one, somebody that usually doesn't know us or doesn't know us that well. So impressions are big. Do you want somebody running a business or asking you for money that's not going to be conscientious, that's not going to be meticulous and careful in how they write? How you present yourself says a lot. I remember what my mother would often say is that you don't judge a book by its cover. That's true in a lot of regards, but that is not generally true in business. That impression matters. Your attention to detail matters. So make sure that you're doing a proofread. There's no misspelling. One of the best techniques to proofread is to read out loud. I am very, very careful when I write things because one of my pet peeves is, or one of my kind of concerns is I want it to be perfect. I want you to know that I cared enough to work this hard on this letter. This is that important to me. You are that important to me. So very, very critical that you do those things. Here's a little checklist down here that can help you if you want to walk through it and kind of look with some more clarity in the list form. But I want you to read through this and take from this. Now, when you're sending this email, guys, you're going to send this email through Microsoft Office. This is a professional email. That email will go to Stephen Lewis. You've already done it because you emailed me about your uh, business proposal interview. When you turn this in, what you're going to do is you're going to write subject and then the subject line that you used from and then your email. And then you're going to copy and paste the contents of your email into this text box for submission. Below, you can see the criteria for grades. You have your subject and your greeting, introduction, the positive note, the purpose, which includes your business name, more than one reason for why this business can be successful, and includes why you want to start this business. Who are you targeting with this business? Who's your clientele are some things that you want to think about. So, guys, as you go through this, make sure that you understand where the grading's coming from. All right. If you have any questions, you know to always reach out to me. You can reach out through email. You can make an appointment through email. So look forward to hearing about your business proposals and developing this very important skill set of communication.